Old school stereo guy here. I've got an 8-track player, a car stereo. I'm going to set it up here with a 12-volt supply in place of my battery. And this Pioneer stereo has a positive for the positive side of the battery and a negative for the negative side of your battery. And it has a gray and a green wire, so that's going to be our speaker wires. So our red is going to go to, of the speaker, is going to go to one of the inputs or the outputs of the car stereo, and the other speaker will be going to the red or the positive side, or the gray wire here, which will be the positive of the other speaker. Now the other speaker wires will be going to this negative chassis hookup here that this Pioneer has on the back. So we've got the negatives to the chassis of the stereo. The positives are going to be going to from the outputs, and these wires aren't staying on too good. Yeah, get that wire on. It's not staying. Now, it's best to be very careful with these. You don't want them touching anything. So now, all we need is an antenna. So all I have right now is a CB antenna, which will go into the back of this stereo system. This ought to work. So now all we have to do is plug in our power supply, turn on our power, and we'll turn on our stereo.
Salinas Valley Recycles locations. Funded by a grant from Cal Recycle. No businesses, please.
Salinas Valley Recycles.org.
Pop in an 8-track.
Easy.
A little slow. Working. Not tracking too good. Check out the equipment, make sure it's working first. Okay, so that's the Pioneer setup.
And open the
Now I'm going to turn that power off, and I'm going to go over to this Motorola system. Now let's set up a little bit differently. Now I've opened the top of this and found out which is going to the positive. This is the positive line. So I'm going to take my positive from my power supply, hook it up to this wire here. And I was only able to find out what was positive by opening the top. The negative, I found out, is to the speaker is negative, and to this speaker is negative. So we're going to hook up our negatives to this line here. Now the positive to the speakers are what's left. So you have to be careful, because on this one a red wire is to a speaker. So we're going to take our two negatives and our two positives. So one positive for our speaker is going to go to this red, and our other speaker positive is going to this kind of a bluish colored wire. And that's going to be the positive to the other speaker. I have 12 volt speakers, or 8 ohm speakers here on this 12 volt system. And my two negatives from my speakers will also go to the negative of the battery. Okay, so I'm going to fire this up and see what we have on this radio. Nothing yet. Something's wrong. Turn it off. And we've got positive, speaker, and positive, and nothing's working. Might help if we have an antenna. Let's turn power on. Okay. Let's turn power on. Okay, not too good. But you get the idea how to hook up your system of a car stereo into a home table. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it works.